Hello everyone. How's everybody? Basically what I've done is so that I don't have to like use a phone or anything or use Andy's laptop for recipes. What I've done beforehand, I'm a bit more prepped this time than the Halloween one. I wrote down the recipes I'm planning to make so that I could just like follow them off paper rather than, you know, like bring up a webpage. I'm planning to make two things, but we may either just make one today and maybe make the other tomorrow perhaps, or we might make both given we have time. But a Yule log or a gingerbread sleigh. I might do a poll in a second if more people are here. Actually, no, fuck the poll. I've just thought of what to do first. I think I might do the gingerbread sleigh. I'm a bit more confident about the Yule log because I remember I made a Swiss roll when I was in high school and it turned out well. And that's when I was in high school, so hopefully that's a good sign that now that I'm older, hopefully I'll be even better. Oh yeah, we only have rock salt in the house, so I'm just going to add any salt we need into the mortar and pestle and grind it down into a powder for any recipes that demand it. So beforehand we need to mix all of our dry ingredients together. So I'll be doing that in maybe like a jug or something. What if the jugs are either up there or down? Yeah, they're up here. Everything's always moving about in this house. Like my mum made a pea and ham soup before, but we couldn't find the attachment to the blender. It was in such an obvious spot, but yeah, we lost it. I'm also dressed as Vittorio, by the way. I did spray my hair white. I don't know if it's showing well on stream. It's a bit more rushed today, my cosplay. I just literally did the head, the face, the neck. I haven't even done the arms or anything. I need salt for this recipe and I think also for one of the others. I was thinking, oh god, I'll have to go out and get some kitchen salt. And then I was just realising, wait, I've got more on pestle. I could literally just grind down. There we go, done it there. Just grind down some rock salt. What temperature do I have to preheat the oven to? Let me see. 150 degrees. It has to be in there for quite a while, so we'll be able to prep some other things while it's in the oven. We have to be able to assemble it, so it needs to not rise when it's in the oven, otherwise it'll lose its shape. I might not necessarily even have to use it all today, because it says any you have left over, you can just put it in a ball and freeze it. So if I have any left over, I could just freeze it for another day. We're just going to actually make the mixture today, and just use however much of it we need. I thought that when reading the recipe, it seemed like an awful, but we are making quite a dry, because I think gingerbread houses is a different consistency to, you know, regular gingerbread, you know, if you're doing like a gingerbread house, because it has to be quite dry really, doesn't it? Hope there's enough here. If not, oh well. Hopefully my neighbours will decide to be generous. 16 ounces of molasses, that sounds like a lot as well. Maybe flour is just very heavy, I don't know. I can't find an apron. Well, it's okay. I think last time I wore this I didn't wash it, so I'll put it in the wash after we use it today, okay? You know what, I'm going to leave it at that, and if I find that the mixture's not, you know, stiff enough, I can just add more. That's a lot of flour though, fucking hell. That can't be right. It says mix it all together, like the dry ingredients, but how am I going to mix that? That's so much flour. There must be a lot I have to set aside. So now we need cinnamon. It says 20 ounces of flour, but I did 25, and if I feel like I need more, I can just add more. So we got ground cinnamon. I'll put sweet cinnamon since we're making something sweet. I got ginger the other day. I don't know if I put it away, but a nutmeg. Where'd I put the nutmeg? Ew, Meg. I'm such an organised individual, I tell you. I'm just going to sieve all that in. Oh, shucks, that's on. I didn't realise. I've also just put my tree in the background, but I don't know if you can even really see it amongst all the other stuff. But I just thought I'd put a little bit of something festive. It's something I'm going to make for the first time today, but I'll have plenty of time to make it when this is in the oven, because this will take about 50 minutes. Apparently we might need more flour than that, but I don't know. I'm assuming it has to be dry as fuck, with it being like, it's more structure we're making rather than little biscuits. Okay, so nutmeg. Actually, that does smell a bit like ginger. Raspberry doesn't even have much ginger in it, considering it's a gingerbread house. It's mostly nutmeg and cinnamon. 3/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. Oh, half a teaspoon of nutmeg. But there we go. There we go. We got some Christmas music on the go. There we go. 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger. Not a lot of ginger, to be honest. Oh fuck. Not a lot of cinnamon either, but we've got regular cinnamon. I just got sweet cinnamon, just might have been a little bit nicer. But we'll just have to do with regular cinnamon. I can tell the difference between sweet and regular cinnamon, but I don't really notice it so much if it's in something, but like, if I'm having it like, where it's like the main centerpiece of a dish, like I can tell if it's the difference between sweet and regular cinnamon. 3/4 of a teaspoon, so that'll be like basically 3 spoons of the 1/4 teaspoon. 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So there we go, that's why I pre-grinded some salt. I think that's pretty much everything in there. So, yeah. That's roughly enough. So all ingredients, melt shortening with, yeah, the sugar goes in with all the wet ingredients. So that's us whisked together some flour, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg and salt. And now we are to melt some shortening. It's a bit like margarine, but it's harder than margarine. And I think it's flavourless or something. There are a difference between that and margarine. Is a difference between that and margarine. It's like the closest thing I could find to it. I hope I did get a right enough thing. Yeah, it says it's for making pastries, and yeah, so I think it is shortening. It says melt it until it's melted, but not hot. So, there we go. So we need 7 ounces of that. I'm so stupid, because earlier I said 2 ounces of egg whites. That's not a lot. That'll be like a thumbprint much of egg whites. And I thought, God, I'm so used to measuring in grams as of late that I thought it was saying 2 grams. I didn't think there'd be so much shortening in it. But then again, there's a lot of flour, so... Well, you know, since I am using a lot less flour, I'll use a lot less shortening. But yeah, it's basically a block of vegetable butter. Yes, I add the molasses in with that. We call that treacle over here. Was part of brown sugar, but I was thinking, like, wait, molasses and treacle are practically the same thing, so let me just look up to see if they are the same thing. And they are, so just different places call it different things, but it's technically called molasses, but it's called treacle. This will be basically the whole jar, which is fine, because I don't really use treacle, so I don't mind using it all in this recipe. Right, so I only added as much as was in the tin. Like, that's the whole tin. So... that's almost as much as it said. And sugar. Got sugar and that. Fucking hell. There's going to be a lot of this left over, I tell you. Right, so I'll melt this together and then I'll add the eggs. So, yeah, there we go. I went a bit under on the sugar just because I've got a bit under on everything. Because I kind of, I went a bit under on the dry ingredients. I've got a bit under on the wet ingredients as well. Just because, yeah. It should equate up to the right amount. I can't remember what it was I used treacle in when I was younger. I remember Grandma used to always have it in as well as syrup. But like... I think she used it for gingerbread as well. The only thing I've left to add to this is an egg. An egg. It's just so weird how there's only a tiny bit of ginger in that massive amount of flour. Like, will it even taste like ginger? I wonder. What? Because she's cute. So she's shy. She's shy to show herself on camera because she's cute. Okay. Mama fan 1 for 7. I'm kind of glad this is going to take a long time in the oven, so I have some time to prep for the next thing. Okay, this is thinned down a little bit, which is good because it was really hard to stir before the shortening melted. Because like the molasses were just so thick. It's kind of hard to like show myself and the thing on camera. That's why I keep like showing you every now and again. I'm surprisingly feeling quite fresh today because I actually was unintentionally on the piss last night. It says to melt it in microwave, but I'm going to try and do any melting that's required on the hob because I don't want to use the microwave right now because it's too much of a hassle. Because it's all in the way of all my recording equipment right now. Oh yeah, I was going to grease the tray. That was it. I was going to grease it with a bit of margarine just so that it sticks to the tray. But yeah, this Sleigh, the cutters aren't very big for it, so I feel like we may have to just make a few gingerbread men just to like use up some of the dough. Yeah, we'll grease 2. I'll try and grease another one of the same size because I've got a specific one I want to use for my roulade. Now, I'm going to add an egg to this and immediately whisk it because I don't want it to curdle. Now to put that into... I think that actually it is enough flour when I look at the ratio compared to all the wet mixture because it has to be quite dry. I think I have to whisk this, I'm not actually sure. I don't think it'll kill me if I just mix it. I'm pretty sure I'll just get to a point where I have to knead it with my hands anyway. And I didn't add the full amount of flour, so I do find that it needs more, I'll just add more. Oh, actually smell that, that does smell like gingerbread. And I didn't add much ginger to it. Oh yeah, my cat's in here, we need to watch him like a hawk, he's a little shit. But I feel like I probably am going to have to add that extra flour. Because it is actually quite sticky still. But luckily for the roulade, I hate what I call it that, Yule log, we only need 2 tablespoons of flour. It's mostly egg that keeps that fluffy and airy. There's like no raising agent in this. I think that's probably because of the fact that we're using it as a structure. We don't want it to rise. Yeah, it's always easier to mix this with your hands. Like, I have washed them, and even if I haven't, don't worry, you're not trying this anyway, so just remember to wash them when you're doing it. That sounded so rude, like, you're not having any of this. I don't feel like I need all of this, but should we just like take like half of it? And if we need more, we'll take more. The only thing about it is it's very dark in colour. I don't know if it'll look different when it's dried out in the oven, but like I know it'll be the molasses that's made it all dark, but like I'm not used to gingerbread being this dark in colour. See how much we get with this one batch. We might not need all the flour. I might do that thing where I roll it up into a ball and save it for another day. And luckily when that's in the oven, we've got plenty of time to clean up around us. Okay, I'm going to try to roll it out quite evenly. Ah, okay, so it's looking quite like a dark brown now. I was going to say, like, before it was just, like, black. I'm not used to, like, gingerbread being, like, a pitch black colour. Like, you know, now that I've rolled it, it does actually feel like it needs that extra bit of flavour. I don't mind my mum's noisy bitch, do you? The reindeer so far, his nose is very long. What do you think? It's quite a long nose. We'll just call him Pinocchio the reindeer, not Rudolph. Oh, his leg broke. Oh well. Oh! Go bring him up to the camera if you must.
I'm a poser. You are a poser. I'm a mummy's boy. Now come away, you little shit.
Oh, I broke his leg again. That's hard. It's hard to get. Oh, never mind. I kind of like smushed it back. In a way, I'm kind of glad I have a lot of mixture because at least if it goes wrong, I have like another try. I wonder if I could cut out a sleigh. I could cut out one, I think. I almost kind of want to make 2 reindeers, but the box just shows 1. Actually, I'm not going to overcomplicate it for myself.
So mommy can
Wow, what a horror. There we are. So those are the 2 sides of the sled. That's the reindeer, and that's legs, and that's the 2 sides that hold the sleds together. It says it goes in the oven for an hour, but you've seen me make gingerbread men on the stream before. Granted, you saw me do it with bad audio quality, but... And I do have a tube of red icing in the cupboard as well, so I could give him a red nose as well. My mum's a 2-timing hoe, you gotta believe me! You're a wild and untamed thing. You're a bee with a deadly sting. There we go, we've got 2 trays full. So I'll put the rest in like a ball. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We made 5 gingerbread men, and we'll just put those alongside our. And I'm going to have to clean this bowl because I have to use it again for making the icing. I don't know what to. I feel like I should probably completely make this first before I actually move on to the real. We're not even an hour yet, so we've got plenty of time. I'll have to go in the oven for an hour. This, but that's fine because it'll give me time to clean up. And I'm trying to think what I could actually do in that time because I've only got 1 bowl. I might just get a bit more crinkle milkshakes. There's a bit more than I expected. There we go, so put that in the fridge, the towel next use. I think it says in the fridge. If I look at the recipe again later, it says freezer. Oh well, it meant freezer. I would turn off, because we got Christmas lights in the background. I would turn off my lights to show that, but it's like, because that's our table, our kitchen table right now, because we're not putting presents under the tree this year, because of our little shit of a kitten. Like, we're putting our presents on the table in the kitchen instead of under the tree, because he's already knocking over the tree, so heaven forbid what he's going to be like with presents. So, let me just put this back in here for now. We'll be using it again later. Luckily we don't need nearly as much flour for the chocolate log. Just tidying up a little just now before I put this in the... I was going to say in the fridge, not the microwave, the oven. Andy, that's not a very hot oven. So I just got the oven open right now. Yeah, 150 is really not that hot. But I think it's because we're not so much cooking this, we're more drying it out. I mean, what we could do is prep the royal icing right now and then put it in a container while we prep the roulade. Well, first things first, let's clean. Very entertaining for you, isn't it? To watch me clean. God, it's all dark. The worktop with a treacle. That's the only downside of doing cooking streams live, is you have to see me washing up as well. Because usually, like, for YouTube and that, I can edit all this stuff out, or just simply not record it. If I was to go offline, I'd have to start a whole other stream, so you'll just have to I'll just have conversation with you. That's why we call it just chatting stream. So I was hoping to put my Yule log on the same plate as my ginger. Oh god, I almost put that in there. I almost put the freaking cloth in the bin. I bought this to set the gingerbread sleigh on. The only thing is I'm not adding cream of tartar to the royal icing, but the recipe I saw online didn't say anything about cream of tartar, and I saw a few recipes not saying about cream of tartar, so that must be something for personal preference of this specific recipe, but by the looks of things it's not a needed ingredient, so hopefully that's the case. So we need 2 ounces of egg whites. I don't actually know exactly how much that is. I don't know how much is in 1 egg white, I mean. I'll measure it though, just in case. So, pasteurized egg whites, I do not know what they are, but I'm assuming it just means egg whites because either that or it means the powdered ones, because I know the powdered egg whites, but they require adding more. I saw a recipe online with just actual egg whites, like just egg whites themselves. So like, yeah, because this is meant to be like the icing you usually get in the kits. I actually looked to see if I could get any pre-made, but I actually couldn't find any. So we're making it ourselves, y'all. Uh-oh, I think that one broke. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, it's broken now. Oh, luckily none of it got in there. Oh, that was, oh wait. Okay, I'll add vanilla. It does say vanilla. There we go. I went a little bit over, but that's fine. God, all this dust everywhere. Oh my god. What kind of mess is that going to make? I have to... It says for 6 minutes to just whip this until it's the consistency you want it. So, I'll unplug my phone. So we're making a vanilla royal icing, not a peppermint one. Oh, there it is. It's just not in the same drawer. I don't know why. Everything's all over the place in this ice cream. I've made peppermint creams before, which is basically just a lot of icing sugar and egg white, but just one egg white, and a lot more icing sugar. Let me just stop it actually, just to get a proper look. Because I'm not to overbeat it. I'd say those are pretty stiff peaks. I don't know, it does look quite glossy though. And it also does say if you're not using it right away to cover it. That does actually, yeah, it does look right. Yeah, look there. But I'll probably transfer it to a smaller bowl and then cover it, because I'll need this bowl again in a sec. It says to cover it with a wet cloth. I was tinkering with the settings. Oh, there we go. That looks like thick peaks, doesn't it? To open the back door though, because God, I'm getting hot. Oof, dearie me. This is very similar mixture to my peppermint creams, only my peppermint creams are a little bit more thick than this. There we are. So we'll just put this aside until we need it. Also, I'm wearing my Devadale t-shirt cosmetic. I'm acting like that's the cosmetic I'm wearing today. Just so that I didn't have to really go over the top with my... but as you can see, like I have painted on the beard really quick. And also, that's from yesterday. I was wearing tinsel on my neck yesterday and it stained my neck. I might just make that up as some kind of other arcane magic tattoo that Vittorio came up with that was red and green for Christmas. Oh yeah, good, it's not rising. I'm glad. I was going to say, I'm a bit worried about the gingerbread like puffing up too much and it loses its shape for moulding it, but yeah, it's like slightly risen, but it's not completely puffed out. My mum showed her pussy on stream earlier. Well, since you're just here, I'm actually getting my mum to bring Grayson back through to show you our pussy. Mama! I was just saying there, like, oh, he's sleeping, I feel bad, but then mum's like, it's fine, I'll just wake him up. There's our wee pussy.
He's got his little bow tie on.
And if we have time, I think we will have time after this, we're going to make a chocolate log, or a Yule log. We had 2 cats before him, but we didn't get another cat for a while because we missed them so much, but my mum was clearly missing a little furry companion the long time we weren't having a cat, so he's been like the best thing to happen to her in quite some time. And the whole family. Apart from the fact that he's a little shite. But when he's tired, he's well behaved. But he loves doing exactly what he's told to not do. I'm assuming it is another word for it, because I don't know, I keep wanting to call it a roulade. Or a chocolate log, I keep wanting to call it a roulade. Maybe that is what it's called, I don't know. Doing what you're told to not do? Whatever do you mean? Me with Vittorio? I am Vittorio, what are you on about? But I felt stupid doing it. Ugh! Ah, you're getting my Fitbit wet. I got my Fitbit wet. I've only been live for an hour and a half. I feel like I'm in a live. Why do I keep saying that? I feel like I've been live for longer. I'm always on my worst behaviour. I wonder if we should just completely do the gingerbread men before we even start on... Not gingerbread men, gingerbread, sleigh. Well, and men, because we're doing men as well. We're doing the men. We'll just do everything with the gingerbread sleigh before we... Oh yeah, I've got sweets in my room. That was going to use to decorate it. Somewhere. We've got like a baggie of candy canes. Yo, Mum. I may have to light a candle in my room or something. It stinks in there. I don't know what it smells of. Boys. Ugh, stinky. But there we go. I got some sweeties for decorating it with. I couldn't find any of those like peppermint, red and what have you, spirally sweeties. But I found these. They were close enough. Humbugs. Basically, we're going to create like a little container for our sweets. Some of these. I kind of want to put those at the front of the sleigh. Well, the clock says 26 minutes, but it says 50 to 60 minutes. So it might be ready before that timer's up. We'll probably do all of our prepping for our cakes, and then what we'll do is then we'll prep, well that completely cools, we'll then prep our Yule log, and then when the Yule log's out of the oven and rolled up, it has to hold its form until it's cooled down, and then we gently unroll it, and then we put the cream in it, and then fill it back up, roll it back up, and then we'll roll with it, literally, 'cause we'll be rolling it up. Yeah, we use so much flour in this, like, I don't know why I didn't just go with half the recipe, because like I put the rest of it in a ball and put it in the fridge. Mum's stealing the limelight once again. I could do dishes. I was actually getting through them myself, but Mum just ended up doing them. She's like, you're doing it too slow. Isn't my mum just the greatest? Or is that what she wants us to think? Hopefully having my camera in front of the microwave doesn't somehow cause any interference. I had 5 eggs. Let me just rinse this real quick and dry it. Because luckily we don't have to do anything right away when the things come out the oven. So when that comes out the oven, while that's drying, we'll do some prepping for the Yule log. Also, could you actually see my tree in the background? It looks like it's just blending in. I thought it would look more seeable on stream. But first we'll look out the dry ingredients. So we just need 2 tablespoons of flour, and that's all the flour there is in this. Oh, we're going to need to beat our meat a lot, because we have to like beat the icing as well. I'm assuming the icing sugar is for dusting it on both sides, because it says it's for the sponge, but it says sugar and icing sugar. So, but I noticed that in the recipe it did say use icing sugar for dusting it, so I'm assuming the icing sugar is not for the cake itself. There we go. So we'll look out the, and it says unsweetened cocoa powder, and I have got some here, but I don't think I have enough. So I've got some that's partially sweetened in there, which is fine with me because I don't like a very rich chocolate. There we go. So it'll be partially sweetened, partially unsweetened. Whoa! Sorry about that noise. I can't tell how much I've added now. The measurement's gone all off. I don't know what the hell's happened to it there. I'm gonna have to turn it back on and reweigh it. But that means on top of the flour, it's not. Oh, dearie me. Well, the only way I can figure this out is see how much it weighs. 1 tablespoon of flour. I'll just have to get out another bowl here just for something to put it in. Oh, for goodness sake. What do you mean low? What the hell's that meant to be? Should I go low, low, low? I don't know. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so yeah, we were actually about right anyway. Never mind. After all that, we actually did just so happen to measure out the amount we needed. There we are. Not much sugar left in that. Amazing voice. Oh, really? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Right, it says to whisk everything in at once. Like, once I've whipped this up first, I have to whip my man into shape. Nandy, I don't want to hear any rustling. This isn't an excuse to eat.
6 minutes. No, another.
Oh, it could be ready now actually then, because I preheated the oven. I'll take them out once I've done these eggs. Okay, I'm glad that it's held its shape. Where's the other glove? Where's the other glove? I know. It's just easier to hold it with 2.
Far. Hang on.
It's under. Yeah, it's under that.
Yeah. I'll just swap that over.
Oh God! I know. Can't swing a cat in here.
I've tried. But he's sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh! That's why he's
God, we're just triggering everything in the kitchen right now. We backed into the Hoover and it went. I can't tell if they're burnt because they were pretty black before they went in.
They're not burnt, I can tell you now they're not burnt.
We made that before. We've made our kit for our gingerbread sleigh. Whoa, there we go. There's not an awful lot of dry ingredients in this. It's been years since I've made something like this, so I hope I don't mess it up. If I do, it's not the end of the world, I suppose. That's probably, yeah, that looks like how it should look, yeah. So let me just add the, it says half at a time, I think it says. Add half of it. So basically saying I'm using golden caster sugar, and I was wondering why it wasn't getting very pale. And I was thinking it's probably because I'm not using a white sugar. There we go. Let's see what temperature Andy has that at. 180. Yeah, we need it at 200. They're holding shape perfectly. Oh, one of them's been working out. Look at his legs. He's getting thick. Like that jacket is tight, son. Ah, me. These only go in the oven for 10 minutes. 9 to 10 minutes. Yeah, 8 to 10 minutes even. So let me just line this real quick. Let's see if we can actually get this into a piping bag. I couldn't find the nozzle that I used for last time. So I might just have to use a new nozzle because I'm only really using it for decorating anyway. So actually this nozzle might do just well. Not for decorating, for gluing. And decorating, I suppose. I can't even get the freaking nozzle in. Pretty good consistency. It's quite thick. thick. Luckily it won't melt in my hand because it's not buttercream. Oh, fuck off. Not you. The nozzle. It's coming. Oh, yeah. That seems to pipe alright, actually. It's quite a runny mixture. Okie doke. We shall see how this turns out. But you know, nothing we can do about it if it is. No use crying over it. But hopefully, since it's eggs that are in it, it will firm in the oven. It's being put in the same oven as fries that are being cooked, so hopefully they don't smell like fries when they come out. So I'll time that. 20 past 8, that should be ready to come out. Whip butter, coffee, cocoa, and salt together. For the buttercream, fold it in mascarpone. Well, is there no sugar in it? Oh yeah, you're American, aren't you? I forgot your cups. That's an American measurement, isn't it? We measure in either grams or ounces. I think you can still measure in cups here, but I think that's more typically an American measurement, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not used to that form of measuring. I'm so nervous about rolling this up. If it does break partially for whatever reason, I'm not going to get that mad over it. It says I have to wrap it up in the towel. I don't know if it's because it's meant to make the space for putting in the buttercream. I'm actually really nervous about the Oh, actually, it does look good in the oven. Oh yeah, it says it should pull away from the sides, so it did do that. That's a good sign. It feels a bit like a brownie, actually. Well, I can tell by the feeling of it. Let me just... Oh, that's a good sign. I just tested it there to see how well it rolls. And that rolled pretty well. I'll still be pretty gentle with it. Right, now it says to dust this with icing sugar. Let's put more icing sugar on top of it. Oops, that's not a good sign. It's so hot, I can't hold it. Oh god, you sure you meant to do it straight out the oven? That's so hot. I might have to get like another tray, just so that I could do it without having to do it with my bare hands, because that's really hot. There we go, just like that. Yeah, because it's a bit too hot to do that bare-handed. That's just out the oven. Promising start. So, I might just get icing sugar all over the towel. The recipe says it can't be wrong. Oh, pulled away a little there. That's fine. I'm not going to roll it in a towel, it seems to be doing it better without it. It says to pre-roll it. It says leave it like that until it's cooled. It says put it in a fridge. Maybe this is what it means by wrap it in a towel. I don't know. We'll just say this is what it means. It says put it in a fridge to cool it quicker. I don't want to put it directly in the fridge if it's just out the oven. So far so good. Avengers assemble our gingerbread. So what should we start off with? Should we start off assembling Rudolph? Oh god, it's actually quite hard to hold him in place. Oh wait, no. That seems to be standing up. It's okay, we'll get it. We'll get it right. And I wonder if I should actually ice the bottom of it as well, just so that it stays in place. You know, I'll ice his legs. Okay, there we go. That's the reindeer so far. I'm just a bit worried about how sturdy he is. He seems to want to fall over at times. I'm happy with how this is piping. That's good. Oh, these are still a tiny bit hot. No, not hot. I don't think that it would hinder this kind of icing though. If it was a buttercream, that'd be a different story. But you get some people who make these really extravagant gingerbread houses. If you've seen a YouTube channel called How to Cook That, they make some insane things. Now this should sort of like work as a container for, there we go. And it should dry, actually, this icing. Oh my god, that piped perfectly! Never made a gingerbread house from scratch before, so you know what? I think when I show him off, I'm going to show him off from the other side, just because of this little bit here. Actually, I don't know, I could probably cover that. There we are, so that is Rudolph and his sleigh. Sleigh queen. So we're just about to put decorations on it. But there's Rudolph and his sleigh. I was going to put the roulade on there. I don't know what to call it. Log on there. But I don't know if it'll actually fit. But we won't put any sweets in it yet. We'll decorate. I think decorating it's going to be the part that's hard because I'm worried about breaking it. But we got red icing in here. We'll give him a red nose with this. Very long nose though. Just call him Pinocchio. Pinocchio Dolph. Last year I had the gingerbread house on show next to the Christmas tree because obviously we didn't have our cats at that point. We'll probably have to keep this in my room so I can keep an eye on it. Yeah, it's quite thick, so what I could do is just mould this and just put it on his eye. There wasn't so much like piping that one, it was only like for a little dot of it. Where's the red nose? Oh! Did you not see it? Or was that an old message? There you go, he's got red nose. You'll see it better in like a photo later. I'll take a photo of it when it's done. That looks a bit like a saddle. And we'll give him some feet. I'm going to wipe around where I smushed it before. That's the way it looks so far. Now, to decorate the sleigh queen. Should we put sweets inside the sleigh? See how it looks? That's what we got the sweets for. Where are the bags of sweets? Where are they all? Oh, and with like leftover sweeties, we could decorate the gingerbread man. Something's funny. God. If I can actually bloody open the things. I didn't pipe perfectly, but that's okay. We just need that to stick on the candy cane. Looks good though. Just hope it stays in place. Yeah, so we'll put the humbugs. Where are they? Humbugs. Is that them here? Oh, these are the humbugs. I might put a little bit of each thing in, just so it kind of like scatters out. I'm feeling so smug about this, Renee. Put some Skittles in too. You know what I might do? I might put a bit of icing round the edges because it seems to be coming out the sides of the sweeties. And there's parts of the sleigh that are exposed. So there we are. Just creating a little icing barrier where there's gaps in the sleigh. So it might stick to some of the sweets, but hey, well, that's fine. We're planning on eating the sleigh anyway. It's not perfect, but it's also not shit, so that's good. There we are. I'll hold on to the sweets in case we get any ideas for them again. I might put a candy cane at the back and the front of the sleigh. I'm actually happy with how that's stuck in place. I thought it was going to fall. What's my phone charge at? 17%! Oh my god.
I want to go on the camera again because I'm so cute.
Yes.
That's Mummy talking. I need some.
That looks really cozy, Ben.
Thank you. It turned out a lot better than
But
I thought
whatever
it would.
you do, hide it from you know who.
I'm going to put it in my room.
And I don't mean Anthony.
I'm so thrilled with this.
I know, I just
the fact that I made the gingerbread all by myself too. Like
I
it's not from a
know,
box.
I know.
Like that looks fine the way it is. I don't think I
Yeah.
need to do any more to it. I might just decorate the other side.
Yeah, that does. That look. You have to take a photo of that when you're finished.
Oh, I am. Don't worry. Considering what I was expecting, I'm so happy with this. Let me put the candy canes on it again. I don't know why this one's only green. Oh well, I'm not putting this one on. Well, I'm just gonna eat it. I'm just decorating both sides of it, just in case for whatever reason I happen to get a glimpse of the other side. That looks like a saddle, right? And we'll just put like little white dots in them. We have so much icing left over though. I guess we'll put some on the gingerbread men. With little sweeties inside it. Can't really tilt it to show you, but oh, there we go. It's a shame that we have a cat. I'm just gonna try and put the rest of it back in the bowl. I'll get the smiles with light chocolate because they're quite dark gingerbread men. So we'll call this one Jeff from Dead by Daylight. I wish I had like another camera that looked over my head right now so I could show you me decorating them. This one will be emo. It'll cover his eye. An emo gingerbread man. Let me just show. You can probably see the one this is the one I called an emo. So there we go. That's a few of the gingerbread men we made. So we'll just put them around the sleigh. So I guess we'll heat up the cream in... You can heat up cream in a pan, right? You can heat up cream in a pan, especially heavy cream, because it's high fat, prevents it from curdling. Okay, that's good. So first we're going to do the buttercream. I'm wondering if I should make the ganache first, before the butter icing. Yeah, I think I might actually do that. I think so. I'll have to let that... This is too wet now. Oh, that was so intense. It's not a big a log as theirs half though, so I might do with it about half of what they've done. I'll see how much cream is, so it says 240, so that'll be just roughly, well 236, that'll be roughly 240. Yeah, that's about that much. That's actually a little bit more than that. I have to keep crawling under it again. Right. Yeah, there is like gaps in it, but that's good because that's where the buttercream will go. I was like, what the hell's in my ear? It's the earpiece. Right, so I think 30 grams is an ounce. I'll be just 2 bags of this then. I'll look at the other one. So since she made space in the fridge, actually, that's very convenient. My mum did that because I'll put this in the fridge while that. Oh, that sounded so much like Michael Rose in there. I've got little decorations, by the way, for the Yule log. Not edible ones. I couldn't get any edible ones. Oh god. Very crunchy. Pretty good. I like them. Maybe I didn't need as much molasses as that, because it's very molasses-y. Just one. Just one.
You should have done it thinner. That's the only thing.
Maybe. Don't do that there. That's my log. I'm about to say 1 second.
God.
What did you think you were doing?
No idea.
Yeah, I think the issue with the gingerbread is I didn't roll it out thin enough. So it's fine once you get that initial bite in and you melt it in your mouth and crunch it. It's just biting into it that's kind of hard because it's been cut very thick. Much. You don't need that much. We've got such a small log. I'm not putting that. I'm not putting any more than that in. I just put slightly less in. I'm not wasting anything. 113 grams of butter. I know this is just going to go in my face. Coffee liqueur. I actually mostly bought this in for the... It's already been opened. I actually bought this in for the tiramisu. But we need it for this as well. I can't really smell the coffee. But I might put a little bit more cocoa powder in because it's not a rich one. Like there we are. So we're to whip that in and then fold in the mascarpone. Or mascarpone. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but for using the beaters once more. Andy's thing's more charged than mine is, so I'm going to unplug hers. Yeah, you know we're walking underneath. I don't think I will need to look at the recipe book anymore. I think I can follow the rest by memory. What?
Hamster will be up early tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Mum things, they speak to you as soon as you do something that's loud and then you have to turn it off again. Then they speak when you put it on again. I still have to wait for that to like firm a little before I put it on top of the Yule log. I think I'm done with this now. I'm done with it all. Well done. I'm done with it. I'm done with this pad now. If you want it back. I don't want to overfrost the Yule log in case like it just sort of oozes out when I start flipping it out. I'm just mixing it in. I don't think it really matters if I fold it in or not. Oh god, please get them out. As you can see, I'm putting frosting on the log before rolling it back up. Okay, so far so good. So, still have to wait, because that's still actually not completely cold yet. In the fridge. We'll give it like 10 more minutes or so. I'll probably reattach this. Actually, never mind. It's not coming off. Okay, that's good. I was going to say like I'll probably reattach this when I transfer it, but no, it seemed to be staying on anyway. Oh my god, I'm so impressed with that. It tastes like a brownie, like the actual taste of it. Like when you bite into it, it's very much like the texture of a brownie. I just kind of need to wait for the ganache to like firm up because it's like, it needs to be somewhat firm so that I can like fort little markings into it. Oreo. Yeah, because I've not been doing any work in it or anything the past few while. Just enjoying Christmas as much as I can. Okay, doke, ganache. This will just have to do. And if it needs to firm up a bit more, that's fine. We'll just put it in the fridge till it firms up a bit more. So I'll put on just a little bit at a time. I might just keep the fork as like Mexico rejoice. But I've gotta choose no vindaloo. I used to think she was saying no vindaloo there. Right, well that actually looks alright to be honest. Actually it's forking good. Another thing I'm just putting in a bowl because like these recipes love to give me recipes that make me... We'll take some photos of that in just a second. To put landed away, I'm taking off all my clothes. Let me get my hands a wee wash, they feel all sticky. No, not because it's that dirty. I'm gonna have to head to my room to end the stream though, unfortunately, because like I can't do it from here. But yes, thank you everyone who stopped by. I love how I'm saying this while not showing myself on camera. The audacity of me. But, but yes, I will see you all, hopefully in a moment actually. I'm probably going to go live with Deborah Daylight in a sec.